It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. The old boundaries, those lines telling you what's impossible, are being incinerated in real time. This is the hour of revolution for every chosen one. The moment when your innate power to shape your reality roars awake like a long dormant lion. No more shrinking behind bland expectations. No more tiptoeing around what you truly want. The path from your boldest vision to tangible reality has become a living conduit of cosmic energy, beckoning you to step forward and seize the opportunities that once felt like distant fantasies. If you're ready to tear down every illusion and wield your rightful power in the world, like this video, subscribe, and comment 77 to signal that you're open to the unstoppable transformation that awaits. Chapter 1. A Gateway You Almost Missed. For far too long, your days may have felt like a lukewarm cycle of tasks and half-awake routines, a background hum of restlessness telling you something's off. Somewhere deep, you've sensed another life stirring, a version of you too bold for the watcher's comfort, too daring for the illusions that prefer you docile. Yet every time you caught a faint glimpse of this alternate route, this blazing possibility, something tried to intercept. The voices of caution or cynicism, the illusions masquerading as practicality, the watchers who thrive on your confusion. You might have brushed that ache aside, dismissing it as a daydream or a childish craving for something bigger. But even as you tried to focus on ordinary tasks, that rebellious spark flared again, refusing to be ignored. It whispered that you were born for more than just surviving. It whispered of a path cut through the mundane world by your unstoppable synergy with a higher force. A synergy that promised to unlock the door to real magic. Manifestation on a scale so vast it rattles every preconception. Now the illusions that once muffled that spark are splitting at the seams. Divine timing has taken hold, and the watcher's old methods of binding you to half measures or timid acceptance are failing. You sense a cosmic hush, as if the entire universe has paused to watch whether you'll notice the gateway yawning open before your eyes. That's the manifestation portal, a cosmic threshold where your deepest intentions fuse with unstoppable synergy to crystallize into reality. It's not new, but your readiness to see it might be. Many will pass it by, lost in the daily grind, never realizing the raw power they're stepping over. But you're not among the oblivious. You can feel the portal's resonance in your bones, every hair standing on end. You might wonder if you're truly prepared. The watchers want you to think you're not. They rattle illusions of unworthiness or conjure last-minute crises. But the synergy roars in your chest. Take the leap. God's voice weaves through every sign and synchronicity, affirming that the time to strike is now. The illusions might intensify in their last stand, trying to scare you from stepping through. Yet you're no longer tethered by smallness. You've endured enough nights of longing for real metamorphosis to recognize a pivotal moment when it dawns. So you stand at the brink, heart pounding with the knowledge that once you cross, your entire narrative shifts. The watchers hover, uncertain whether you'll fall for their final illusions or break free once and for all. But you know the truth. The moment you press forward, everything rearranges to support your unstoppable synergy. Every resource you need emerges. Every piece of cosmic orchestration aligns because illusions can't stand in the presence of a chosen one who has awakened to the portal's call. So you steady your stance, inhaling the electric hush, ready to walk through the gateway you once almost missed. Chapter 2. The Unrelenting Pull of Your Deepest Desires. From the earliest days of your journey, there's been a silent force tugging at your core, a persistent ache pointing to something beyond your current grasp. You might have tried to stifle it with rational thinking, telling yourself it's unwise to want so much. Or you might have tried to bury it under busy schedules and trifling distractions. But no matter how you tried to label or ignore it, that hunger never quieted. It's the call of your soul, the gravitational pull of your ultimate destiny. And now, with the manifestation portal gaping wide, that pull intensifies to a roar in your spirit's ears. This desire you've carried isn't a whim. It's not the fleeting fascination that illusions like to paint it as. It's an echo of the blueprint etched into your spiritual DNA, the cosmic code of who you're meant to be. Past obstacles may have made your yearning seem like a curse, leading you to question why you couldn't be satisfied with mediocrity. Yet the synergy within you refused to be subdued. Each time illusions tried to lull you back into complacency, desire flared again, more urgent and luminous than before. Now, as the watchers sense your drive intensify, they scramble to weave illusions that distort your desires, labeling them selfish or unattainable. But you've grown wise to these tactics. You understand that no genuine desire born in a chosen one's soul is shallow or meaningless. It's a key piece of the unstoppable synergy forging your path. The illusions can't see the bigger tapestry. They only see their small puzzle pieces. You, on the other hand, glimpse the grand pattern behind your yearnings. Embracing these desires can feel raw, exposing vulnerabilities you kept hidden. You might fear that stepping into your fullness will alienate friends or invite jealousy. Indeed, you might lose acquaintances who can't vibrate at your new frequency. This is part of the shedding process. Illusions that no longer serve your rising synergy must fall away. It hurts, but the alternative is to stifle your lifeblood and remain hostage to fear. The portal begs you to muster the courage to let your desires fully breathe. Because you are a chosen one with a destiny that thrives only when your entire being is engaged. As the watchers watch, incredulous, you let your desires shape your vision of tomorrow. That longing you once cursed now becomes your guiding star, reminding you precisely why you can't settle for less. The illusions try to conjure guilt. Is it right to want such greatness when others struggle? But synergy transcends such petty guilt. It calls you to be a living testament that divine abundance can benefit not just you, but everyone touched by your overflowing cup. By honoring the unrelenting pull within, you become a conduit for cosmic blessings that ripple far beyond your private sphere. Thus, your hunger isn't a burden. It's a clarion call from the divine. Embracing it merges you with the unstoppable synergy that's waited for your full permission to flood your reality. The watchers can grumble, illusions can snarl, but your truth stands tall. You were born to bring these desires from dream to tangible form, and in doing so, tear down illusions that keep others small. Let the synergy roar. Let the watchers be confounded. And let your innermost hunger guide you straight through the open portal into a tomorrow shaped by the unstoppable force of your deepest longings. Chapter 3. Why the Watchers Fear Your Awakened Power. As your focus sharpens on the manifestation portal, an unsettling realization dawns. The Watchers are not merely neutral observers, but active forces that feed on your doubt. They thrive when you waver, when illusions keep your brilliance locked away. Their entire operation rests on ensuring chosen ones never fully embrace their synergy. But now, with your inner flame ignited, they stand alarmed, scrabbling for any foothold to drag you back into confusion. Why do they fear you? Because once a chosen one steps into awakened power, illusions become useless. The Watchers rely on illusions to manipulate or belittle you, convincing you that your dreams are too grand or your path too unsteady. But awakened synergy sees through these illusions in a heartbeat. It shatters them with the clarity of a soul inled with divine truth. No manipulative tactic can stand against a mind that's glimpsed the tapestry behind the veil. In that tapestry, you see the Watchers for what they are, pitiful ghosts of an outdated system that thrives on human limitation. To keep you subdued, the Watchers might cloak themselves in respectable forms. A social norm that discourages risk, a condescending colleague who smiles while telling you it's unrealistic, or even a well-intentioned friend who tries to plant seeds of caution. But illusions, no matter how softly spoken, cannot coerce someone who has tasted synergy's unstoppable potential. You sense when words come from fear rather than faith. You spot the micro-manipulations. You stand firm, replying with calm assurance that you're not turning back. The Watchers fear you precisely because your power is not about raw might or arrogance. It's about alignment. Alignment with a cosmic will that defies the Watchers' scripted illusions. When a chosen one commits fully to that alignment, the Watchers lose their standard methods of control. Fear, guilt, shame, all these illusions become irrelevant. You stand tall in the knowledge that your synergy is unstoppable, a current of divine backing that no fleeting negativity can unbind. This is not to say the watchers vanish at your awakening. They prowl the fringes of your consciousness, waiting for a moment of weakness. They might escalate illusions, attempt new illusions you've never encountered, but their desperation reveals their limits. They suspect that once the manifestation portal is fully activated for you, their influence wanes. And they're right. You no longer operate in the realm of guesswork or faint hope. You dwell in the synergy of confident creation, where illusions hold no currency. Ironically, some watchers may even transform into reluctant allies. Observing your unstoppable synergy, they start questioning their own illusions. But that's their path to walk. Your focus remains on harnessing the full power of your awakened potential, letting the watchers do as they will. You have no time to cower in their illusions. Your synergy calls you forward relentlessly. Each day that passes, you strengthen your bond with the unseen forces that champion your cause, leaving watchers trembling at your unwavering momentum. So fear not the watchers. Recognize their attempts for what they are, last stands of a failing illusion. Your unstoppable synergy is the radiant truth overshadowing their ephemeral shadows. With each breath, you eradicate their grip, stepping closer to the complete manifestation that once felt like a distant spark. The watchers can keep watch, but they'll be forced to see your triumph. God's unstoppable synergy has already decided your victory. Chapter 4. The Magic of Entering Flow State. In the swirl of illusions and watchers' attempts to rattle your faith, a serene pocket of wonder awaits, the flow state. It's that magical zone where your intention and action fuse so seamlessly that time bends, doubts dissolve, and you lose yourself in sheer creative momentum. Once you tap into flow, synergy moves through you like liquid fire. Every task, every decision, every small step aligning perfectly with your broader vision for a chosen one on the cusp of a manifestation portal. This flow state represents a potent key to solidifying your unstoppable transformation. Reaching flow isn't about forcing yourself to be productive or disciplined. It emerges from a place of near reverence for your calling. You approach a task, be it writing a plan, designing a vision board, or forging a strategic alignment, and find yourself so absorbed that outside noises fade to background static. Hours fly by like minutes. Negative self-talk, illusions, and the watcher's infiltration, none of it penetrates the radiant bubble that is your synergy in motion. The watchers hate this because within flow, illusions have zero traction. Flow is also about self-trust, about believing you're allowed to be extraordinary at what you do. Society might say it's arrogant to own your brilliance. Illusions caution you to be realistic, to not get carried away. But synergy demands otherwise. It demands that you lose yourself in the unstoppable current of creation, free from the shackles of unhelpful humility. In that state, you're no longer stumbling through your path. You're dancing with it, each step guided by an almost supernatural alignment. The watchers can only watch, confounded at how your synergy soared beyond their illusions in the blink of an eye. Some might equate flow with luck or random bursts of inspiration, but as a chosen one, you understand it as an extension of your synergy, the vibrant manifestation of your direct link to the divine's blueprint for your life. When you're in it, your capacity for growth and transformation multiplies. Ideas that once seemed disconnected snap together into a mosaic of brilliant clarity. Problems that felt insurmountable become puzzle pieces that slide into place under your fingertips, and illusions, they can't overshadow such radiance. Yet flow isn't a permanent state. It must be invited repeatedly through focus, openness, and the willingness to let synergy take the wheel. The illusions and watchers won't stop trying to distract you with trivialities or drama. But each time you sense the gentle tug of flow calling you to concentrate on the next aligned action, you smile and step into that zone. This is how you turn daily routines into unstoppable progress. This is how you make leaps that outsiders call miracles. Flow is your secret passage between vision and reality, a zone where unstoppable synergy marries your refined skill and unstoppable faith. Harnessing flow means letting go of external judgments. You might seem obsessed, too intense, or oddly silent to onlookers. None of that matters. Flow is your mechanism for bridging the cosmic and the concrete, the intangible potential and the manifested result. The watchers rage futilely, illusions swirl, but you remain absorbed in the unstoppable tide of synergy, molding your desired reality moment by moment. Each time you emerge from flow, you hold tangible evidence of your unstoppable momentum. Progress too swift for illusions to deny. Chapter 5. The Coming Shockwave of Positive Consequences. As you immerse deeper into the synergy, entering flow at will and dissolving illusions that once felt insurmountable, you'll reach a moment where your transformation becomes impossible to hide. It's like a growing wave that eventually breaks onto the shore, unleashing a spray of radical changes that ripple through your environment. Those around you will be caught in the shock wave, some in awe, some in envy, but none can remain unaffected when a chosen one's manifestation portal rips wide open. Perhaps the first sign is that your usual circle no longer fits. This energy surging within you outpaces the old comfort zones, leaving behind activities or people that no longer resonate. This isn't about elitism, it's about frequency. Your energy hums at a higher vibration, and illusions that once seemed normal now feel stifling. People might wonder why you're so different, but there's no malice in your departure. You're simply marching to the unstoppable rhythm that illusions can't replicate. Friends who share your ascension remain or are newly drawn to you, forging a circle that amplifies your unstoppable synergy rather than drains it. Then come the outward successes, the coincidental windfalls, the 0 to 60 leaps in your projects, the spontaneous alliances that further your vision. To the watchers, these breakthroughs appear suspiciously like miracles. For you, they're natural consequences of synergy blossoming in real time. Doors that once slammed in your face now swing open as if commanded by an unseen hand. You stand at each threshold, stepping in with unwavering calm, fully expecting alignment to pave the way. You realize your calm is a sign of synergy's root system. It's no longer a possibility, it's your lived reality. Meanwhile, illusions attempt their last-ditch infiltration, whispers that you're lucky, that you haven't earned your abundance, that you'll sabotage the good fortune, but each attempt rings hollow. The watchers can't overshadow a tangible track record of synergy. You see each result stacking on the previous one, forging a chain of unstoppable momentum. Doubt fails to latch onto your spirit because each new success acts as a firewall, reinforcing the synergy that illusions can't corrode. Among these shockwaves, you might notice others around you reacting unpredictably. Some glow with excitement, eager to learn your secret, yearning for a piece of your unstoppable synergy. Others recoil, threatened by your blazing progress, projecting insecurities as judgments or cynicism. Let them respond as they must. You remain on course, convinced that your wave of transformation can't slow just to keep illusions comfortable. If anything, the watcher's confusion only validates how thoroughly you've left their territory. The bigger shockwave isn't just your personal upgrades, it's the ripple effect on everyone in your orbit. Family members who once doubted you glean the courage to re-examine their own illusions. Friends awaken to synergy's possibility just by witnessing your unstoppable progression. The watchers might slump in frustration, but cosmic law ensures that synergy on display sparks curiosity and hope in receptive hearts. Through you, the unstoppable synergy reveals itself as not a fluke, but an ever-accessible current waiting for those with eyes to see and hearts to believe. Chapter 6. Remaining steadfast in the face of unfamiliar heights. As the unstoppable synergy soars you into unfamiliar altitudes, there's one final crucial stance you must master. Remaining steadfast in the face of blessings that might overwhelm a less grounded soul. Rapid manifestation can lead to dizzying expansions, new responsibilities, heightened visibility, and demands on your time and resources. You might find yourself on stages, in leadership roles, or at the helm of bold initiatives. While illusions once scolded you for aiming too high, now they might shift tactics, suggesting you're in over your head. Don't underestimate the watcher's cunning. they whisper. You have too much on your plate. Everyone's eyes are on you. Better retreat before you slip. Yet Synergy has carved a place for you here because you've proven your commitment. You are not some accidental tourist in these heights. You carry the luminous core that illusions cannot extinguish, the synergy that defied all odds. That synergy guided your ascent. It won't vanish now that you've reached the next vantage. Keeping steady means anchoring in the same unstoppable faith that dismantled illusions at the outset. You maintain your spiritual practices, hold your boundaries, and remember that humility is not the same as self-denigration. Humility acknowledges that your gifts, newly multiplied, are sacred trusts from the divine. You serve a purpose greater than ego, helping awaken others and forging a world less shackled by illusions. When watchers try to cast you as self-serving or pretentious, you stand calmly in your mission, letting Synergy prove them wrong through unstoppable success that benefits many. Another challenge arises: the illusions that attempt to recast or triumph as purely personal. They'd have you ignore the cosmic context of your ascent, but you know better. You sense your role in a tapestry that outstrips mortal comprehension, where your unstoppable synergy forms one note in a grand celestial chorus. Each day you attune your heart to that cosmic scale, ensuring your growth aligns with the higher good, and illusions find no foothold to sow hubris or isolation. Occasionally, storms may rock these heights. Sudden responsibilities might feel overwhelming. Doubts might nibble at the edges of your mind. Can I truly sustain this pace? But Synergy, once awakened, doesn't rely on your effort alone. It thrives on your alignment, your willingness to remain open and in awe of what's possible. The watchers roll their eyes, expecting you to buckle under pressure. Instead, you pivot gracefully, letting Synergy navigate the crisis. To them, it's a baffling magic trick. To you, it's the logical extension of a chosen one's bond with the divine. So you stand, forging a new normal where the once unthinkable is daily fare. The watchers slump in defeat, illusions in disarray. While Synergy continues to expand your horizons, you accept these blessings not as trophies to flaunt, but as living proof that unstoppable Synergy triumphs over every constraint illusions can conjure. In the hush of these unfamiliar heights, you exhale gratitude and readiness, certain that Synergy will reveal yet more wonders in time. For in God's realm, the unstoppable wave never ceases, and each new plateau is merely the launch pad to even more astonishing revelations. Chapter 7. The Perpetual Evolution. Ahead. You stand on a plateau once deemed unreachable, yet clarity shows it is merely another ledge on an endless ascent. Illusions that claim this height impossible now lie in shards beneath your feet, powerless before the radiance pulsing from your core. Every breath stirs the same unstoppable synergy that opened your manifestation portal, whispering that greater wonders await those who refuse to stall. The secret revealed. The portal was never a single miracle. It rewrote your entire mode of being. Each sunrise invites bolder vision, deeper insight, audacious faith. Watchers, those who doubted, can only stare as their old constructs lose grip on you. Your light has become the evidence they fear, cosmic potential made flesh. Many will seek your guidance. Some approach in awe. Others recoil, rattled by how easily you bend rules they obey. Meet bows with grace. You remember your own nights of doubt. Each wave of your synergy weakens illusions and fresh hearts. Every triumph you share becomes a pride, bar God uses to crack cages elsewhere. And so you travel on a luminous path, widening behind you. Watchers scramble to relocate their frail deceptions, but their sway fades in your realm. Your synergy, access, shield, and amplifier repels doubt and broadcasts hope. Mountains of former fear now appear as scattered pebbles. Smallness is no longer an option, for you have glimpsed the scale of a chosen one's inheritance. New elevations demand renewed humility. Synergy is both gift and reward, and you anchor it by leaning into divine guidance. Watchers mistake that humility for weakness. You know it is the invincible stance of one who honors the wellspring from which all power flows. In that posture, illusions find no purchase. Cynics, no target. Your saga has no final page. Each day writes another stanza in an ever-expanding anthem of synergy. Old barriers fade, yet new thresholds beckon. With every dawn, you pledge to remain in that current, forging outcomes that stun the watchers and awaken the willing. Carried by the pulse of unstoppable synergy, you stride forward,